Dear friends, welcome back with another machine on the Van Hub, which is root this one. The link will be put into the description section below. Before we proceed, I'd like to point out one thing for you. Maybe some guy was using this utility show crack to escalate privilege, but I like to tell you this will not work at all, possibly. For example, you will get the error of the compatibility issue with some sort of the library. And if you think maybe we can transfer the source code of this utility show crack to the target and compile it, we will get another problem. This target doesn't have any compiler tool, such as GCC. So this is the first thing I'd like to point out for your guys. And before we go ahead, if you don't mind, please subscribe to my channel and leave a like below. You're greatly appreciated. So enough talk, let's just get started. We can switch over to Kali Linux VM. First of all, we need to discover the IP address of the target. The utility I'd like to use, as always, would be netdiscover. After all, the Kali Linux stays in the same network as target machine. As you can see, the IP address of the target could be recognized as 135. So what shall we do next? We need to launch the Nmap to do the port and self scanning. To save time of this video, however, I've already completed before, so for now we just cut out its result. As you can see over here, I used the option like scene scan, the version scan, the default script scan, and followed by the -p- to do the full range port scan. The last option of all is ON to output the result into this file. So from the Nmap scanning results, we can tell that the target has only one open port number, 80, which is running HTTP service, and also the version information Apache 2. So I think it's very clear what we are going to do next. We need to do emulation with this web application, both manually and automatically. Then we can fire up the browser to do the manual emulation first. And we got the page back, which is default Apache 2 page. And after we check the page, nothing can be found. As usual, we need to check its source code, but nothing here in terms of the valuable penetration information. Next, we need to check whether this site has robots file or not. Not found. So next, we can notch the Nikto to do the automatic emulation. Nikto can give us rich information about the target web application, such as the request header information, allowed HTTP methods. Of course, if the target allows dangerous method like put method, and then as a pen tester, we can utilize such dangerous method to our advantage. For example, we can upload malicious file to the target, but this is not the case for this machine. So next, we can launch the GoBuster to do the directory emulation, and we can specify the URL of the target, and I will auto-complete this command. And almost immediately, GoBuster discovered two directories, backup and Drupal. Maybe file, or maybe this is not a directory. From its size, this would be file. And now we can sorry, I think we can note down some important or key information to our notebook. So the port number is 80. And the immersion backup. And another one is Drupal. You know, Drupal is another a bit popular CMS like WordPress. So before we go to Drupal directly, I'd like to take a look at backup. Okay, so backup. And as you can see, we have already downloaded this file to the Kali Linux. And I don't think we need to wait anymore. Next, we can move from the downloads directory to current working directory. And we can use the file command to see what it's about. Actually, this is a zip archive data or file. Of course, we can use unzip to decompress. However, this file is password protected. Don't worry, we can use the zip to jump to convert the file to the hashes, and then we can launch the John Reaper to crack it. Because I've already made before, so we can use the option of the show to display the cached password. And the password is this one. The backup we can copy and note it down to our notebook. So then I think we can decompress this file with password. It's done. And from the extension, we know that this file is some sort of the SQL or the structured query language. And this is the text file. We can cut out this file. And we need to check. We need to find something such as credential from this file. For example, maybe the user or administrator inserts the username and password into the database. Yes, indeed. And we got two usernames. One is root, and another, of course, is encrypted password. We can copy and paste over here. And another user is webadmin. We can copy its encrypted password. So the webadmin. So next, I think we can use John Reaper to crack it. We can copy or hashcat. We can echo this hash value to the file, and then we can launch the John Reaper to crack it. Webadmin, but fail to crack it. So next, before we try to use the hashcat to crack it, I'd like to use online website CrackStation to see whether we can use this website to retrieve the password. Okay. And of course, I'm not robot, crack hashes, and we got the result. So the password for the webadmin would be this one. And also, similarly, we can copy this password and to crack it. Even the password is simpler than webadmin's. And so next, I think we have already completed our analysis with this file backup. It's time to enumerate the Drupal directory. Drupal, and it's loading. All right, so root this, and because I've already done Drupal machines, If you have already subscribed to my channel, you knew that, right? So next we need to try to log in with the credentials or what we just got now, okay? And we can use root username and password Drupal root. But this doesn't work. And next we can try to take the second user webadmin login. Yeah, this can work. Great. So next, since we have already got access to the Drupal management portal, and what shall we do next? We need to upload the web shell. And to do that, of course, you can go to this website. The link will be put into the description section below. So you can refer to this resource. From my point of view, if you are dealing with the Drupal, this resource is very precious for you. And to execute the command remotely, first of all, we need to enable the module of PHP, and then we can, of course, add the code. I will put some more mature or more complete PHP reversal file or code into as the body into this page. But before we do that, we need to, because if we if we didn't enable the PHP module, and the text format will not allow us to use PHP code. Okay, so let me show you in action. And now we can go to, for example, if you add the content now, for example, like add article, and you cannot, text format at this moment just support HTML and plain text rather than PHP. So before we, save the PHP code into as a page into the application, first of all, we need to enable the module of the PHP. Okay, so here, and then we can save the configuration. And now we can go to the content, add content. And the next, of course, you can use any title. And I've already got the shell file. You can cut out this file, which you can get it from the Pentest Monkey website. We can copy the entire code of this file. Okay, paste over here, and no need to put tags. And very important, we need to, use PHP code as format. And before I hit save button, we need to set up the listener on the Kali Linux first. Save. As you can see, we successfully got the shell from the target, and we can spawn a better shell by Python as usual. However, Python 2 is not there. Both Python 2 and Python 3 are not there on the target. Very weird. Maybe we can use this command. And no, so next, what can we do next? We need to do the local immersion to make privilege escalation, right? And we can go to the home. Before we go further, I'd like to export a term variable, so then we can clear the screen whenever necessary to get bigger space on the screen. Okay, color, and then we can only one normal user, and we got the message to root. Very clear message for us, right? So root, your password for this machine is weak, and within the first 300 words of the word list. So I think we need to generate our own word list from the default Rocky word list. This is very, very easy. Fortunately, root is not accessible via SSH. We know that. Even no TTY session. For example, if we want to switch to root user manually, for example, we can feed the password. However, we got the error must be run from terminal. When I did the mission the first time, I tried to spawn a new reverse shell, for example, like by Python. Python is not there, and also the bash. But also, we can upgrade the current shell to the Metpreter. But none of the ways can change the problem of the absence of the TTY. So how to do? Next, I think we need to utilize the power of the very important utility, SoCat. SoCat can help us to set up the, the relay, okay, or the tunnel. And we can go to the temp directory. And I've already got this binary or utility ready. Yeah, this one. You can get it from the GitHub, not difficult. And in order to upload this file or this binary to the target, we can set up the web server on the Kali Linux. And now we can go back, use wget to upload. So cat, and we need to make it executable. So next we need to set up the, we need to connect back to the or reverse shell to the Kali Linux. However, the problem is how we can go to this website. This website is very good, very clear, and we just follow the instruction here. We can, as you can see, reverse shell. This is what we want. We want to, connect back to our Kali Linux. So we can copy this command and paste over here. We need to do some we need to do some modification. Okay, so the IP address of the attacker would be IP address of the Kali Linux, and port number, I think this should be different port number, 66. So I think we need to set up the listener, another listener on the Kali Linux. Okay, so now I think we can copy the command. We can use SoCat. Oh, sorry. I think you will get error. So this is another problem you will face. We copy the command from the web page, and if you do not do anything, you will get such a similar problem, exactly to address a required very ambiguous error. Actually, this problem is caused by the double quotes. As you can see, this is not like a very normal double quotes, and we need to modify. When you copy, it will be safe or safer. We manually modify the single quotes or double quotes to use it. This command we can copy, and SoCat. As you can see now, this time the command can be running properly. And as you can see now, we got the collection. This time, if we run sudo, for example, sudo, this time we didn't get the error we saw before. And we can try to 1, 2, 3. Of course, this password doesn't work. So next, if the target has the Python interpreter, this will be very easy because we can generate the word list and then we can use Python to crack it. But the problem is the Python is not there. And another problem is some guy they said they can use this utility SoCrack, and you can download this SoCrack to your Kali Linux, and then you can configure. Because on the target machine, no GCC, no compiler tool there, If you compile it on your local machine or Linux and transfer the file to the target, you will get some other problem, the error of the library. And maybe you can find the compatible kernel and compile it. But I'd like to show you another way. Alternatively, we can use bash script to do this. And before we do that, I think, first of all, we need to generate the word list. This will be very easy. We just use the head command, and we need to upload this word list to the target word list. Okay, no problem. Next, we can use the for example, any editor like this one. We can save. We can use like for example like root and bin bash, and we can read each line from the file. For line in and word list. Okay, do and the done, and then we can echo reading from a file from word list, something like that. Okay, and also we can print out the line. And next, yeah, very important, we need to sleep. We need to wait the password prompt, right? Otherwise, this will not work. For example, we can sleep maybe very short time and echo line tunnel to, we can use the socat. Socat can support, two types of addresses. For example, like a remote address, TCP. And also we can use this one's standard input. And we can use the command. So we can got the usage because we cannot remember everything. We can try to use the command sudo, and we can run -c means command. We can run command id. If the id command is executed successfully, and we'll get the output like root, okay, and pty. So this will, pty will allocates sudo terminal. Okay. So I think that's it. Also, I think we need to put, okay. Now we save and upload to this script to the target. Hopefully, I didn't have any error. Root. And then we can make it executable, and then we just run it. As you can see, the script is reading from word list and the password prompt, and this password will be tunneled to the socat. If the password is correct and the id command can be executed successfully, because the word list is not big, which only contains 300 words in total. So I don't think we need to wait a long time. I think it's almost done. If we can get the password, and then we can make privilege escalation. Escalation. So again, somebody will say they can use SUCRAC, but possibly, they will get some error or problems with this utility. I think the biggest difficulty of this mission lies in this part, privilege escalation. Of course, you can take the kernel exploit to elevate, but this is not what the author is intended. Spider-Man, Journey, Hotmail, Barcelona. And honestly, I think we have already got the result or output of the ID command. It means that this password indeed is correct. So then we can use this password to switch to root user or super user. As you can see, it does work. Now we can navigate to root directory to grab the flag here. So that's pretty much it. I'd like to see you in the next one. Bye. Have a nice day, please.